Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. So I managed to get my hands on a Helm of Sprits. The Helm of Sprits is definitely a very interesting item. In that, number one, it's extremely rare. Number two, they typoed spirits. And number three, like, it's extremely rare. So, to read this off exactly, it says, unfortunately, it is enormously difficult to find one. Almost every monster that can drop a unique helmet will drop the Fool's Crest or the Overlord's helmet before they ever drop the Helmet of Spritz. Due to the way that monster levels and quest levels interact, the best way to find one of these is apparently to repeatedly run the Butcher on Nightmare difficulty. The odds are still terrible since he does not drop unique helmets very often, but it is still possible. The Helm of Spritz is actually what it says in the game. And of course, most people assumed that it is a typo for spirits, but it was never fixed, so it is literally just known as the Helm of Spritz. It offers one modifier, and one modifier alone. Armor class 630 durability and 5% life leech. Now, 5% life leech is actually really useful, but technically you can get much better life leech with, well, the crown of King Leoric. King Leoric's crown is the undead crown, has up to 12.5% life leech. I'm also aware that the undead crown's life leech apparently can stack with life leech on a weapon, when apparently this one, from what I understand, I'm doing a little bit of research on it, does not stack with the life leech on a weapon. So if you were to use a weapon that had life leech on it, and you combine this together with the Helm of Spritz, the Helm of Spritz does not add to the life leech of the weapon. However, the undead crown does. So the undead crown's 12.5%, or potential 12.5%, because it actually rolls between 0 to 12.5%, and it doesn't actually tell you how much you have on it. I'm assuming you would have to like open it up in some sort of like item editor to see exactly what percentage your particular helmet is. Yeah. So the Helm of Spritz, the last item on the Diablo 1 classic uniques that I have to go over. It's definitely an interesting one. It's hard to find. It is extremely hard to find. It has a typo in the name, and it offers only one bonus, which is life leech. I would wager a guess that if you're playing single player, you would come across the Undead Crown long before you ever come across this item. From what people are saying, having to farm the Butcher on Nightmare difficulty over and over and over again just to even see hide nor hair of this piece of equipment says to me that, well, it basically doesn't exist. Like, good luck. You're not going to find it. And if that's the case, then you might as well just use the Undead Crown. Now, the Undead Crown is single player only from what I understand, so if you're playing multiplayer, the Helm of Spritz is the only other option for a lifesteal helmet. Now, granted, having lifesteal on your helmet's pretty cool, especially since that means you could free up a suffix slot for, say, mana leech on your sword, or haste, or whatever, and that way you could have life and mana leech at the same time, or life leech and, you know, a faster attack speed at the same time. So it's not like a horrible item. It's actually kind of good. The armor class is kind of low, though, especially for like end game, because by the time you reach this particular piece of equipment, you'll have already cleared normal difficulty and you'll be moving into Nightmare. And to find it, you're going to have to farm Butcher on Nightmare difficulty repeatedly. And 6 armor class is just pretty low. By the time you get to Nightmare, you need some hefty armor class. You're probably looking at somewhere around 200 plus armor class just to be able to handle the monsters in those particular zones, and 6 armor class isn't really a lot. Despite the fact that this is a helm, it does have a crown graphic when you drop it on the ground, just like the Undead Crown. Don't know exactly why. The Helm of Spritz, everyone. That pretty much concludes all of the Diablo 1 unique item videos for Classic. I do have another video coming out, which I'm going to have some fun with. It's for a item editor. So that if you guys want to copy in, you know, items onto your characters and play around with various things, I'm going to see if I can find a couple different editors. The one that I have right now only seems to work with the Diablo 1 Good Old Games Edition and the Diablo 1 Blizzard Edition. It doesn't seem to work with the Hellfire, or sorry, not the Hellfire, the Devolution X edition. I'd like to see if I could find one that works with the Devolution X edition, but we shall see. As always, I appreciate you guys and gals joining me. Actually, you know what, before we go, let's check, look, and see how much you would sell it for. Not that you would ever sell this item, because if you actually found one, if you farmed for it for a very long time, and you actually found one, you definitely wouldn't sell it. But it's 1,881 gold if you were a crazy man. If you're an absolutely crazy man. Anyway, as always, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you enjoy the content. And as always, keep watching.